Hey guys, welcome to the plant room. My name is Christy Lee. This morning I'm taking some time to pot up my propagations. What's the word I'm looking for? Where you pull plants apart. Divide. I'm dividing plants that have gotten too big for their pots and making more plants. I really need to make some room. I've got tons of propagations going. Everything's a little messy and I'm trying to make it better. I just finished potting my Adansonii, and I noticed that a sneaky little Cebu blue found his way in here and is vining up in there. That's fine with me. I'm gonna leave it. This is one of my favorite plants. I think it needs a little bit of fertilizer, but I really like it. I also potted my calathea. It's the only calathea I own, and I divided it. I've got 3 here, 2 over there. That pot is what they originally were in, but I separated them out. Everybody's getting a little drink of peroxide water mixture. I also decided to take some of my cuttings from my different pothos and some philodendron. I think is there philodendron in here, and put them all in this little mixed pot that I'm going to be taking in the house into the bathroom because I need some greenery in my inside life. At the moment I'm living with someone else, so I'm not going to be bringing my jungle into their house, but I would like to have just a little touch of green somewhere in the house. So I've decided to pot up this little terracotta with mixed plants, like I said, pothos, philodendron, and take it into the bathroom, so at least I can enjoy something green in there. I did basically the same thing on a couple other pots, just taking cuttings I had been rooting in water and sticking them in soil. And this guy was in another pot and his roots had outgrown the pot, so I just potted him up. My Cebu blue, I did the same thing, cuttings in here. Actually, I think this was a full plant before I chopped it back. That's why it's in such a big container. This is some cuttings here. This Cebu blue here, which is in a much larger pot, was just node cuttings and vine cuttings that didn't really have any leaves on them. I put soil in here and then I dropped the cuttings in there, and then I put sphagnum moss on top, and it has been living outside. So all of this came from basically node cuttings. I've got my propagation area number 1 over here. Lots of pothos, Adansonii, philodendron, Hoyas, peperomias, all kinds of stuff. Don't mind my berries. Those are from something at work, and I'm trying to dry them out so I can plant them. I work for a florist, by the way. Lots of propagations going on over here, as well in these 2 tubs. I've got some marantas and all kinds of stuff in here. I had to spray some fungicide because it looks like I got a little bit of fungus damage going on, so I've been treating these guys. So yeah, just a lot of plant maintenance going on today, and I thought I would turn on the camera and show you guys what I was doing. Like I said, I'm trying to get myself organized. This is my plant room. I had it all set up last year during the winter months, and then over the summer I decided to put my plants outside because I thought they would do better out there. I just don't have enough light in here. And a lot of them did grow a lot, but I also ended up with a lot of problems, namely like fungal and bacterial. I'm not sure, so I'm treating everybody. It's almost winter again. I want to move everybody back in here for the winter, and it's a little overcrowded, so I'm not really sure what to do. I really need some help getting this place organized and making it look pretty. This is my outside plant area, and it's not looking so good. So my bird's nest fern, it's got, I'm thinking maybe that's rust, but I'm not sure. I've been treating it as well as the others, but the other thing that's happening is bug damage, I'm guessing, or something's going on where the leaves are not growing in right, because this was a beautiful plant before it came out here. Actually, it did really well the first half of the summer, but the last half it just started declining. My philodendron Birkin that reverted is out here as well. Got a lot of debris and stuff, and some of the treatment oils are still on here, so it's looking a little messy and gross, if I'm being honest. My ficus Audrey is just, I think it needs to be repotted. What do you think? My Baltic blue pothos, I just had to cut some of the leaves off and treat it for the fungus as well. So everybody's basically in rehab right now. And this is how bad it got. Pearls and Jade or Enjoy pothos. I'm going to repot this, and it's been getting treated for fungal infection as well. But I do need to cut all those leaves off. So all these leaves off that have the spots, they can keep spreading. So I'm working on all of that right now. My Begonia immaculata is probably the plant that grew the most over the summer. It was a small, maybe that high plant when I put it out here, and it's grown at least 2 foot, and it's flowered so much. I wish I had other begonias to cross it with, but I've never got a begonia to flower before, so this is new for me. And it's also suffering from this fungus or whatever's going on, so I think she's going to get chopped back, and I will be propagating her nodes. I just bought the Chameleon ZZ plant. She's looking okay for right now. Her name is Camilla. And over here, my global green pothos is all, I mean, it's reverting. There's no way to say that in any other way. I don't know if it's lack of light or what, because it was outside as well. I brought it inside when I noticed it was reverting, and I haven't seen any improvement. So if you guys know anything, any tips to help me get this guy back, I'd appreciate it. My Domino Peace Lily spathiphyllum has also fallen victim, and it's being treated as well. I still need to cut those couple leaves off. I don't want to make it look so bare, but I really need to, just to protect the rest of the plant. It's actually several days later, and I'm back out in the plant room doing some more work, doing some reorganizing, and I sold several plant cuttings over this past week, so I've been shipping those out, treating some more of my plants, pruning, trying to get things organized. I really need some more light in here. Let me show you how I've moved things around. In this bucket, these plants are being treated with the peroxide water solution. This fungus is really getting me. I've got more guys getting the same treatment. All of these have already received it. So I moved some stuff around. I got this new shelf. I found it somebody put out by their trash, and I picked it up and brought it in here, and I've just put a few plants on each shelf so that they have plenty of airflow and nothing's too crowded, so that I will give them the care that they need, because I know myself, and if things are difficult to get to, I'm probably not going to take the time to get to them. I hate that about myself, but there it is, just being real. So yeah, a couple plants on each shelf, and then just some supplies on the bottom shelf. I've still got my propagation table back here. I decided to move my terrarium away from the door, because when the door's open, this little philodendron cordatum was getting burnt over there. A lot of these plants are medium or indirect bright light, you know, and that was very direct light. So I moved it over here and just slid this other shelf up against it. A lot of these are rehabs being treated. Some of them are just new cuttings that have been potted up. These are some propagations I'm trying to do, and I just heard that if you put a pothos propagation in with other propagations, they have a natural rooting hormone that they release. So I've got a little Sansevieria back here. This is some horsetail, and then the pothos, of course. I don't like this shelf, but and actually I don't even like this setup right here, but I'm out of room, I'm out of light. Same pretty much on this. He's ugly. And then I had to open this box. This is where those plants in the bucket came from. I started noticing some spread of this bacteria, so I'm trying to treat everybody before it gets too far. I would hate to lose all my plants because I can't keep something under control, you know? Oh, I wanted to share with you guys. There is a little frog who is living in my prop box. And for anyone who, I don't know, oh gosh, look. Oh, these are my new props. Dang. Anyway, you know, plants give off oxygen and all that, so this is a sealed box normally. And the fact that a frog can live happily in here just goes to show you, you don't have to worry about plants not getting enough oxygen in these prop boxes. They produce their own oxygen. This is a box that I previously lost to sunburn and then mold. And I thought I had lost every single plant, but it turns out that most of them are actually coming back, and I'm really thankful for that. This is a lot of work that I thought I killed everybody. Like I said, not everybody's coming back, but a lot of them are, so I'm grateful. I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in my plant room. If you like this type of content, please let me know by hitting that like button. And if you want to see any of my future content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Future videos will show up in your subscription feed. I've still got a lot of work to do, and luckily this is the type of work I enjoy. Can get overwhelming, but there's also a lot of reward in it, so I'm gonna keep working at it. Winter's coming. I've got a lot to do before then. Thanks you guys for hanging out. I'll see you next time.